Hi there. For this tutorial, we're going to take a look at how to create follow-up messages. So when you send your first message to a potential customer and they respond to it, this is a follow-up that will come back to them. So let's go ahead and take a look at our messages and click on follow-up. Now, as you can see at the top, you can actually drag and drop your follow-up messages to change what order people will be getting them. So let's say we want to make a new HTML message to add to the list next. And again, we're on Web Tutorial 1. Let's say this is my first email that says thank you for subscribing. Once they subscribe, if they decide that they want more information, I'm going to go ahead and click on this second one, and I'm going to send a follow-up message. Now up at the top, I'm going to put in my subject block. And once I type that in, I'm going to scroll down and look at my templates again. I can click on the templates button and choose the one that I want, or I can just go back. And again, I can click and drag blocks from this toolbar to place them in the message. So once you have everything in your follow-up message that you want to say, then you can go down and do a test and preview. So let's just use the sample that's in there right now. And let's say I want to put a coupon on there. I can go in and click and change this to whatever I want it to be, change 15% off. It gives me a valid through date. I can change any of this information, and let's click on test and preview. Also, if you have a file that you want to attach to this, you can do that right here on attachments. And over here on the left, you can see that plain text is being auto-generated, meaning that if a person has their email settings so they can't get HTML, then they're going to get a plain text version of your email instead. So let's click test and preview, and this is what it's going to look like so far. And I'm going to go to continue, and then it's going to ask me how many days after the previous message you want this one sent. Let's say that I want this sent 14 days later. And remember, you don't want to be sending these every single day or you're going to turn your customers off. Or you can choose down here to send the window only on certain days and times. Underneath, you can choose whether you want to click track or whether you don't want to. I always like to go ahead and check it because I want to see how many people are actually clicking through my email. And click save and exit. My message has been saved, and now I know that 14 days after my initial subscription email came out that my second email will go out too. And if you want yet another one, you can click new HTML message. But for the moment, you can actually just go in and use the 4 setups. So that's how you can create follow-up messages for your email. Again, this keeps you from having to keep track of when you've sent an email to which person. And this gets really helpful when you have, say, hundreds or even thousands of different subscribers. You are not the one that has to pay attention to it. Aweber does it all for you. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you at the next one. Thanks for listening.